All right, hello and welcome to our FitEssentials Basics class. We're going to start with our disclaimer and then we'll get rolling. You can either be in a chair or standing when we get started. So our disclaimer is you're about to engage in some intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movements or activity that exceeds your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health conditions, recent chest pain, or that have any other condition that may limit their ability to participate should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. All right, everybody, feel free if you want to take a seat or come to your feet. We're going to start with some breathing. And I'll just go ahead and stay right here for now. So we're just going to do 3 cycles of some breathing, kind of come into our bodies, set this intention for this next hour here. So feel free to sit tall, chin in, or stand tall. We're going to breathe in as you reach up to overhead. And then exhale, gently drop the arms down to the sides. Good job. Twice more. Breathe and reach. If it bothers you to go overhead, you can reach out even in front of your body. Just kind of reach the arms long and then open through and down. Everybody's got a little bit different range of motion. So just meet yourself where you are. Breathe and reach. Exhale and relax. Very good. All right. Either continue to stay in your chair or, like I said, feel free to come to your feet. All right, so we're going to shift ourselves to the side. Let's go your left side back and your left arm. We're going to reach out in front and just getting some nice circles here with a single arm. So as I reach in front of the body, I kind of have my palm facing in towards my body. And then as I reach up and I rotate past, now I'm going to turn my palm away as I bring it back behind me. So let's go 1 to 2 more. Again, turn the palm towards your body. Reach up, stretch up out of your hip as well, and then turn the hand away from your body as you reach back behind you. Fantastic. Once more, as you reach in front, now you can start to shift the hips a little bit as well and rock them back. Very good. And then just gently pivot around, same thing other side. So again, as I reach in front, I can shift the hip forward, palm points towards me, reaching up and back, palm faces away. Very good. Reaching out in front. Fire those glutes and reaching back. Very good. Couple more. Open the chest, open the shoulders, a little bit into the hips. And last one. Reach and back. Very good, everybody. Go ahead and walk your feet in. Stand tall or sit tall, hands on the chest, bring your hands on the thighs, chin to the chest, and just nice and gentle, sliding forward, reaching down towards your ankles. Breathe into the back of the rib cage. Make sure you stay nice and strong in the legs, and then tuck the hips under, making your way back up to the top. Welcome, Jean. Very good. When you get up to standing, roll the shoulders now, up and back. Waking it all up. Very good. And then when you're ready, we're going to do that Jefferson curls, what we call it, once more. There, Shirley. Fantastic to see you. Good. Chin to the chest and sliding forward. Just going to hit our mutes here. There you go. So last time on that Jefferson curl. Wake up the back of the body. And then tuck the hips under, gradually making your way back up when you're ready. No rush there, just taking your time. If you tend to get a little dizzy, find something straight ahead that you can focus on when you get nice and tall. All right. Then we're going to walk the feet out just a bit, hands up on the hips, and let's gently circle those hips around. So out to the side, around, and then squeeze the glutes as you send your hips forward. Squeeze and shift. Very good. And then after about 3 or so of those, reverse the direction. Same thing the other way. There you go. Back and around. Fantastic. We're going to start to get a little bit more blood flow going here. So let's go ahead, reach the arms out in front. And you're going to step to the side, open through the chest. Step in, close the hands down. Step out and open. Step in and close. If anyone that's on here wants a little bit more dynamic, you're welcome to jump through this or just continue to step with us. Shoulders back and down, open and close. Good. Open and close. Fantastic. Let's go about one more. Open and close. Good job. Walking those feet in. Lift up nice and tall out of your core. Raise one arm up, raise the opposite leg. Yeah. So we're practicing our paused march here, lifting up the core, keeping your hips as square as you can, lifting and pause. Fantastic. Coordinate the right side with the left and the left side with the right. Nice. And just be nice and patient. Easy here when we're practicing some balance to get judgmental of ourselves. Feel like we're all over the place, so just do your best. Couple more each side. Up, down, and lift. Very nice. Either arms out to the side again, or if you feel good to go overhead, let's take them up to overhead. Some step jacks, or if you want to do a traditional jumping jack, feel free. There you go. Nice, everybody. About another 15 seconds here. Breathe in and move. Fantastic. Couple more. 2, 1, and relax those arms down. Now, instead of a march, instead of the knees coming up, you're going to lift the heel up towards your underside here and relax down, and then lift the other heel up. So we're just looking to activate those hamstrings a little bit more. Anybody that wants more dynamic can just jog in place, kind of like a butt kicker, pulling the heels up, firing through the hamstrings. There you go, shifting the weight side to side. When the left knee comes up, the right arm comes up. When the right comes up, the left comes up. So trying to practice that alternating. Good. Shift the weight. Fantastic. All right, everyone, we're just gonna take that back to the top and do that one more time through. So seal steps or seal jacks. Open the chest. Lateral steps here. Fantastic. Shoulders back and down. Nice open chest position. Good. Find a reason to smile. Turn the lips up. Get some good hormones flowing. Feeling good today. All right, from our side steps here, either running high knees or now we're gonna punch across the body. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lift and punch. Good, lift and punch. So strong through that midsection. That's the way, great Shirley. Good, ladies. Breathe and reach. Let's get about one more each side. Either our step jacks or our jump jacks next. So arms either back to the side or up to overhead. Great work. So if overhead doesn't feel great, you can go to the side here. Either one. Breathing and moving, couple more. Fantastic. And then last one in this series, again, firing the hamstring a little bit more, pulling the heel up underneath that body. Straight up and down, up and down. Nice. Still focus on that midsection. Pulling up to that core is going to really help support that balance. Beautiful. Let's go about 10 more seconds here. Fantastic. Woo, everything nice and square. Very good, and relax. Nice job. You got a water cup nearby, feel free to grab a quick sip. We're gonna open up through the hips and a little bit more through the shoulders. So let's go ahead and mirror me. So I'm gonna step my left back. I want you to have your right foot back. your left foot forward. And you want to just be long enough here. My feet are hip width apart, so don't set yourself up like you're on a tightrope. And front foot, you want that heel planted, shin vertical. On the same leg that's forward, hand on the hip. This hand, you're going to bring it up right about shoulder height. And now you're going to shift the hips forward and reach across the body. Bring the hand back to the shoulder, shift the hips, and you're going to reach across the body. We're going to do that 3 times. So hand here, and then reach. Let's give you one more. Here, and then reach. Very good. So you can either stay there, or if you feel good to reach a little bit higher, now you're going to reach about forehead height. So reaching across and back. Across. You'll sort of feel the stretch a little bit more into the side of the body, a little bit into the low back, and still lengthening through the shoulders. Fantastic. And back. Good job. Stay there. We're going to do one more cycle. So you can, now if you can go overhead, we're going to start to reach up to overhead as you bend to the side. So bringing the hand down to the shoulder, lengthen and side bending. Very good. 1 to 2 more. Down, up, nice long reach. Beautiful. Last time. Down and reach. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and kind of shake that out, rocking those hips side to side. And then we're going to repeat that pattern on that other side. So it should be your left leg stepping back. Check in with that right foot, heel planted, shin vertical. Right hand on the right hip, left hand at your left shoulder. And we're going to start by reaching straight across 3 times. So I kind of shift those hips a little bit as I'm reaching across the body. And practice waking up that glute on that left side. So fire the glute, just trying to squeeze as you reach. Now we're going to start to move it up into about that forehead position. So reach a little bit higher and across the body, back down and across. Fantastic. About one more, back and across. And then either staying there or take it into that overhead stretch. So up and over and across. Down and reach. Lengthening out that body. Very good, everybody. Down and last one. Wonderful. Walk those feet back in about hip width apart and let's shake out those arms. You can add some side steps with it if you'd like. And notice here, I'm alternating which arm swings on top and then opening through the chest as I swing back. Very nice. All right, everybody. So feel free if you want to grab another drink. We're going to start to move into a little bit of weight training here. So we're going to be doing 3 cycles of a deadlift, or you can just be bowing forward for a good morning. And then we're going to do either a front rack hold. That's what I'm going to be showing. Those of you that feel confident for an overhead hold, you can go right into an overhead hold. Okay. So I'm going to be taking you through 3 rounds of this. If you're not too familiar with these movements, you can even just watch this first round and then join us for rounds 2 and 3. So for that deadlift, I'm going to use one weight. It's going to be a sumo stance. So we're going to step the feet nice and wide, shoulders back, and you can either hold on with 2 hands, or if it's a light enough weight, you can hold on with 1. Lengthen through your spine, and here we go. We're going to hinge over, sending the hips back, bowing forward. You can either change hands down on the floor or here at the waist. Knees push out, bowing forward, fire the glutes and stand. So I'm going to tell you at the 30-second mark, if you're feeling good, have done this with us for a little while and want to move for the full minute, that's great. But don't progress it too fast if you're not quite ready to work for that long. Bowing forward and stand. That's 30 seconds in, everybody. Hinging. And you want to really wake up that backside as you stand tall. So squeeze the glutes. That's your bum. Very good. That's 45 seconds down of our 60. Hinging and standing. Wonderful. Hinging and standing, maybe one more, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Walk the feet in, change to a lighter weight as needed. We're going to be doing a front rack or an overhead hold next. So feet are just underneath the hips, 2, 1. I'm going to show this front rack. So I have my elbow pointing straight forward, and I'm simply holding my weight here at the shoulder. Don't let it sink down. So actively push up, and you can use your non-working hand here to just kind of come to the base of the ribs. Check in with your posture, keeping those ribs down. So elbow forward. And now, even though we're just standing still, you can squeeze the glutes, hold everything strong. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Same thing other side. So check in with your posture, shoulders stacked right over the hips. 2, 1, here we go. Elbow pointing forward. From the side, it just looks just like this. So we want to avoid here, firing the glutes, and we want to avoid here, overarching the back. So elbow forward. Even though the bottom half of your body is just stabilizing here, think about your body as a nice solid tree trunk. So squeeze and hold. We're almost at 30 seconds. Elbow up and forward. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. We're going to take just over 30 seconds in between sets, and then we're going to do that twice more. So we'll be back with those deadlifts. If anybody doesn't want to pick up weights, you can bow forward. We call it a good morning, or you hinge here and stand. So do what's best for you. 15 seconds till we start. All right. So for that sumo stance, remember we're going to walk the feet about hip width or a little bit outside. Long spine, and here we go. Push those knees out, bowing forward, squeeze the glutes, switch hands, or just feel free to hang on with 2 hands, whatever's appropriate. As you're bowing forward, use the upper body not to let that weight swing out away. So you want to activate your lats to hold the weight close. Good job. Standing tall, that's our 30-second mark. Bowing forward. If you're using one arm, just kind of reach the non-working arm out to the side. It's your counterbalance. Good job. That's 45 seconds. And just keep those arms nice and straight. So long arms. There you go. Don't have to pull up on that, Shirley. Just keep that elbow straight. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Back to our front rack, or if anybody wants, if you're confident in your overhead, if you want to hold overhead instead, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, feet in, ribs down, and here we go. Elbow up and forward. Tense your glutes, tense your belly. You can even kind of squeeze the thighs, grip the toes down, and then again, actively pushing up. Good work, everybody. That's 15 seconds. Breathe and hold. Check in with your head. Chin in, shoulders stacked over the hips. 2, 1, and switching arms. Excellent. Shake out that side. Elbow up and forward. 2, 1, here we go. Breathe. Avoiding that sway back, so ribs down, especially anyone that moved into that overhead hold, you'll have more of that tendency to start to arch back. That's our halfway. Elbow up and forward, those of you in that front rack posture. Fantastic. Couple more. And 2, 1, and relax. Very nice. So if you've already done 2 rounds with us and that feels appropriate for those movements, take this next cycle off. Just kind of shake it out, move around your space. Otherwise, we're going to start round 3 in 20 seconds. So just a quick sip of water. 10 seconds. Set 3 coming up. Back to our sumo deadlift. So walking the feet nice and wide, long spine, 2, 1, here we go. Standing straight up, bow forward, switching arms. And then now you can adjust the intensity level appropriate for your body. So if you're fairly experienced with us, you can start to move a little bit faster, still keeping those strong, confident mechanics. Breathing as you work. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds in. Hinging over, switching arms. Push those knees out as you hinge, so not letting them dive in. Very nice, everybody. That's 45 seconds down, over, and up. Moving well. Give it a break if you need to. Otherwise, 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and transition. Great job, everybody. One more time with those static holds. If you want to add a little bit more challenge to it, you can make it a static march. So you can hold that position and march. 2, 1, here we go. Everything's strong. Still holding that nice, stable position. Very good. Halfway through, check in with the posture, chin in, shoulders over the hips. Breathe and hold. Fantastic. 2, 1, and relax. Great job. Getting ready for that opposite arm. 2, 1, and here we go. Back into position. Elbow forward. And try to find either position. So either keep it right at the shoulder, or if you're going to go overhead, try to lock out that elbow. Nice straight arm. Halfway through. See a happy dog tail coming through the tree, coming through the screen. Must be Riley there prancing around. Nice job there. Good, Laura. Good, Jean. You got it, Shirley. 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Set those weights down, everybody. Let's grab a drink, and then we're going to do a couple stretches to get ready for this next circuit. First, I like to open up our chest a little bit more, just kind of cool down the upper body. So if you have a doorway, or if you want to just make your way to the wall, we're going to do our pec stretch, which is your chest here. If you're at the wall, you're going to start by just placing your fingertips right about shoulder height. And I'm going to stagger my feet so that my inside leg, the one closest to the wall, is going to step forward. You can put the hand on the opposite hip, and then just nice and gentle, start to walk your fingertips up the wall. And as you start to walk up, you can kind of inch your way a little bit closer to the wall if that's going to help assist that stretch. And then when you're ready, start to walk the hand behind you. And you don't have to get too aggressive here, just about 5 degrees or so. If you're against the wall, flat palm, and then turn your torso away. So we're turning away, getting a nice stretch into the front of the body, front of the chest. And let's pause here for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, start to walk the fingertips back to the top as if you're walking towards 12 o'clock on the dial. Walk the hands back down. And we're going to turn it around. Same thing, other side. So again, inside leg is going to step forward. Stagger the feet. You'll start by walking the fingers up. And you can kind of inch yourself a little bit closer as you walk up the wall. And then gently walk them behind. And gently turn the body away. Breathe. A lot of our stretches here look to open the chest, open the shoulders, counteracting all the postures that we tend to have throughout the day. And then when you're ready, walk the fingers back up to the top and walk the hands back down to the shoulder. Very good. Next, we're going to open up the hips and the quads. You can either just stagger here if you can't quite grab that foot, or get a chair or something to balance on, and we're going to be doing our quad stretch for those of you that know it. So you're going to balance and then grab the foot, pull the heel up towards the glute, stretching out the front side of the thigh. Very nice. The leg that's supporting you, make sure you have a little give in that knee. Keep that heel really strongly planted. I'm just laughing at that tail wag. Oh, to be a happy dog. Nice job, everybody. Go ahead and relax that leg. Same thing, other side. So take your time, lifting up out of the hip. Oh, he's playing catch right now. He's got a good mama. Grab that foot, pull the heel. Playing fetch in between stretches. Nice job. And just breathe here. We always want to be gentle with our stretches, not forcing anything. Just encouraging the body to keep that range of motion and relax. Very nice. So holding on to a countertop, a table, I'm going to use the chair here, stepping the feet out about hip width apart, and I have my toes just slightly toed out. We're going to warm up our squat a little bit here. So hanging on, sending those hips back, pushing the knees out, come down as far as you're confident with those heels nice and planted. And then you don't have to hang out there a long time. Push through your feet and come back up. And a couple more times here, sinking back so you can get just a little bit farther down. Preferably not forcing into any pain. You got to be the judge of that for your body, right? Sometimes you'll have a couple spots that will talk to you a little bit, and you just got to decide if it's like pain that makes you really grimace. And if that's the case, don't force into it, or if it's just kind of the body waking up, breaking off the calcium and all that kind of stuff. All right, so you can squat for this next piece. We're doing some squatting. You can squat to a chair, which I'm going to demo on the first round, or unassisted. You can either do a regular squat here, where you hold the weights at the chest, or you don't have to hold weight if you don't want to. Or those of you that know the thruster and want a little bit more overhead work, you're welcome to thruster here. It's going to be 30 seconds of a squat or thruster. We're going to take 15 seconds to transition, and then we're going to be doing some single arm rows, where we're going to support, and the elbow will come up and in. 30 seconds on each arm. We're going to be doing 3 cycles total. Any questions on that? All right. Again, if you're not really sure about these movements, just watch that first round and then build your way into it. All right, everybody, we're going to start here in 15 seconds. I'm going to hold a little bit of weight on this first demo, and I'm going to do a squat to the chair. All right, so step your feet about hip width apart, tall chest, and 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you're squatting to a chair, control down, push the feet and stand. Sinking back and up. Good job. Down and stand. Fantastic. Knees are pushing out, heels stay planted. Very nice. Sinking down. Even if you're not squatting to a chair, you want to control that descent. So control the down and then stand with confidence. Fantastic. 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. Single arm row. If you don't have a bench to support on, you can stand in the stagger stance just like that. Pick an arm to start on, hand underneath the arm here, and begin. So now we bring the elbow high. And again, if you don't quite feel ready for weights or don't have them, it's beneficial just to move your body through these ranges. So here we're focusing on strengthening that mid-back, pulling the elbow straight up towards the ceiling to encourage that shoulder blade into a good position back on the rib cage. Reach forward, up and in. One more. 2, 1, and relax. Very good. Stand up in between arms. And then just a short rest here. Place that opposite hand down. Grab your weight if you're using it. And here we go. Imagine you have a string from the ceiling that's attached to the back of your elbow, and it's just pulling that elbow straight up. You're trying to pull it as high above your torso as you can get it. Reach and up and in. Breathe as you move. Reach and nice high elbow position. Let's get about one more here. And 2, 1, and relax. Great job, everyone. That's our first set of that circuit. We're going to be doing that twice more. Fairly short rest here. We're going to start back to the squats in about 15 seconds. So if you aren't quite recovered from that first set, then just be patient. Don't feel like you have to rush. All right, I'm going to hold 2 weights this time. Right up here at the shoulders, so feet about hip width apart. 2, 1. Here we go, controlling down and stand. Anyone that wants to do the thruster, you're welcome to go overhead. I'm just going to show the squat here with the weights up at the elbows, or excuse me, at the shoulders, elbows forward. Very good. Controlling down. Sit the hips back so your heels push into the floor. Still gripping those toes as well. Maybe one more. Control and rest. Beautiful. Take about 15 seconds. Transition positions. We're back to our single arm row. Place the feet about shoulder width apart. So the hand that's supporting, splay those fingers. 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow high. Reach and row. Shoulder blade down the spine. Keep that shoulder out of the ears. So we don't want to be shrugging up into the ear. Reach. Squeeze against the torso. Fantastic, everybody. Reach and pull it up and in. 1 or 2 more. Up. And 2, 1, relax. Fantastic. Come out of that bent over position. Kind of twist yourself side to side. And same thing, opposite arm. Slight bend in those knees, long spine as you bend forward. And here we go. Have your gaze looking straight down. Hold that head neutral. Good work. Reach and then row up and in. Over halfway on this side. Fantastic. Couple more. Reach and 2, 1, and relax. Very nice. We're going to take 40 seconds. That was 4, 0. And then we'll do one more cycle through. Well done. So one more time through those squats. I'll show the thruster on this round. 20 seconds till we start. And you can either do it with 2 weights, or if you have one, I tend to hold it like on either side of the dumbbell. Keep it right up against the chest. All right, folks, feet just outside the hips, slight toe out. And 2, 1, here we go. Gently sit back. Stand tall. If you want to go overhead, straight up to overhead. Sinking back. Breathe. Nice. If you're going overhead, ribs down. Strong midline. Fantastic. 1 or 2 more. And 2, 1. Rotate. Awesome. One more round of those single arm rows now. Build that nice strong back position. Place the feet just outside the hips. Long spine. And here we go. Elbow up and in. On the last rep of this round, we're going to hold that last one up at the chest about 3 seconds. Really focus on that last position. Reach forward, row high. Breathe. Fantastic, everyone. Looks great. All right, let's go one more. Hold it up against the body for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Wonderful. Stand up in between arms. All right. Remember to get into that good position. Slight bend in the knees, sending those hips back. And 2, 1, here we go. Elbow high, reaching forward. Try to have your gaze straight down, head neutral. Ten seconds. Remember, we're going to have that 3-second hold on this last rep. Hand up and in for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Shake it out. Let's grab some water. We have one more circuit left. And before we jump into that circuit, we're gonna do just a couple stretches, kind of give your body a chance to catch up. Take advantage of the body being warm here and work on some range of motion, some good mobility. So those of you that know the stretches on the floor and want to get on the ground, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, join me here in the chair. All right, first one, we're gonna place the feet about hip width apart, and we're just gonna kind of drop the legs side to side. It's not a lot of range of motion here, but just think about if your legs are like windshield wipers. Or like the little dog tail. Opening through the hips. Very nice. And now we're gonna have that one foot nice and flat on the floor, and then push through that leg and grab your other leg and see if you can pull it up towards that same side shoulder. And let's go ahead and get some good movement in the ankle here. So roll that ankle around. And then switch direction. Anyone that needs some good mobility in the ankle, if you have any stiffness there from time to time, it's good to trace the letters of the alphabet as well. Maybe you're watching a television program or kind of on anytime that you're kind of stationary, you can just think about like if you wanted to draw the alphabet with your foot, that's going to give some good mobility. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, other side. Grab the shin, pull that knee towards the same side shoulder, and then say hello to the ankle. It's good for our mind as well to think about tracing all the letters of the alphabet. You can do it in cursive or printing, right? The kids these days can even know what cursive means anymore. Switch directions. So much has changed. And relax. All right, let's come back to the other leg this time. And if you want to walk the grounded foot down, just walk it out a little bit. Pull the knee up, and now we're going to pull it across the body. If you can hook the foot on the opposite knee, and then you can use that leg to kind of guide it around. We're looking to isolate the glute here. So stretching a little bit into the hip. Breathe. And you can hold it still, or you can just kind of move that leg around a little bit. We've got that ball and socket joint in the hip, so you want to encourage it to slide and glide in the socket. And relax, same thing other side. So again, I kind of walk that foot out a little bit, pull that knee up, see if you can take it across the body and hook that foot in just a little bit. And now we're just pulling it across, saying hello to the hip. Call this that seated glute stretch. And just be patient with yourself, see what you feel. And relax there. All right, if you feel comfortable with that, we're gonna go a little bit deeper into what we call our figure four. So you wanna try to pull that foot up, see if you can get that ankle up onto the thigh area, And now we want to sit tall and just gently bow forward here. So long spine, check in with your posture. So instead of kind of dropping those shoulders forward, pull them back. Open that chest as you sit forward. And then a great time just to give your eyes a break. Close eyes and breathe nice and deep. Good job. Hang out there for a couple more breaths. And then same thing, other side. So for this next circuit that's coming up, it's going to be a total of 10 minutes. We don't have assigned rest in between exercises. So you just want to move at a pace that makes sense for you. You can look to keep up with me or just move at your own tempo, right? I'm going to be demonstrating everything from an elevated position. So I'm going to use this chair here. And I'm going to be doing some good mornings for that first exercise. For those of you that might know a kettlebell swing or what's called the skier swing, you're welcome to do that for that first exercise instead, but we're just going to demo that good morning. So it's that forward bow and relax. So it's going to be upwards of 4 exercises. The good morning into a plank. If anybody wants to burpee instead, you can, but I'm going to hold a plank into a mountain climber. And then you're either going to rest for 30 seconds, or if you want to keep moving with me, we'll do some step jacks. Okay. I'm going to walk you through or guide you through a total of 5 rounds. If you want to build into that, feel free to join us for every other round, which will give you a total of 3. You'll be working for 2 minutes and then resting for 2 minutes or working for the full 10. And just like earlier, if you're not quite sure what we're doing, what we're talking about, you can always just watch that first round and then join us when you get the idea of it all. Any questions before we begin? Easy group here today. All right, so we're going to start with those good mornings. If you want to hold a weight against your chest, you can. I'm going to show the first round without any weight. So I have my feet about hip width apart, toes straight ahead, long in the spine, and 2, 1, here we go. Bow forward, sending the hips back, squeeze the glutes and stand. So 30 seconds here, look towards the floor, and then have something straight ahead that you focus on as you stand. Hinge and up, very good. Hinge and stand, nice. And just hinge far enough forward that you're like, okay, there's those hamstrings, and up. Very good. Moving into a plank next and rotate. So I'm going to place the hands underneath the shoulders, step the feet back, and then I'm holding nice and strong here. So burpees was the other alternative. Try to keep the weight right over top of the shoulders, not letting that low back arch. So hips up. Nice job, everybody. Looking right between the hands. 2, 1, go ahead and stand up for a moment in between, and then now mountain climbers. So I'll go right back down into position, and we're lifting one knee up towards the same side elbow for mountain climbers. Very good. If you're lifting that knee up, you want to really focus, fire that lower core, and keep your hips as square as you can. So this is one, it's easier to have kind of a lot of sway side to side. That's what we're focusing not to have. So straight up, 2, 1, and come up to your feet. Either taking a rest here or some jump jacks or step jacks. Very good. This is the end of round 1 already. May have gone fast. It may have seemed like a long time. Everyone's perception is different. All right, everybody, 10 seconds till we start round 2. So I'm going to show a good morning with a little bit of weight. I'm going to hold it up at the chest. Feet are pointing straight ahead. And here we go. Slight bend in the knees. Bow forward. Squeeze the glutes and stand. Very good. Long spine and straight up. Make sure your breathing continues to be nice and consistent. Hinging over and stand. Fantastic. 1 or 2 more. And 2, 1, and rotate. Burpees for the extra challenge or holding that plank. So for the burpees, I'd step my feet back, Step my feet up, squeeze the glutes, reach to overhead. Support, step back, step up, trying to alternate that step up leg, reach to overhead. Very good. 10 seconds here. Then we're back to those mountain climbers. Start to notice your self-talk. Be positive, encourage yourself. And rotate, mountain climbers next. So feel free to give those arms a break if you held that plank, and then come back into it when you're ready. Knees up towards the same side elbow. Everything strong. Very nice. 10 seconds here. We up on our feet next for some step or jump jacks. 2, 1, and transition. Walking it up. Good time to grab some water for the break. Jump jacks or step jacks. Nice job, everybody. Woo! There you go, good. So that's 2 rounds down. If you're ready for a break, give it to yourself, or we're going back to those good mornings in 5. So with or without weight, 2, 1, and here we go. Just a little bend in the knees so you're not locked out. Bow forward and stand tall. I like to breathe in as I bow, exhale as I stand. Breathe in, embrace. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. Fantastic. Bow and up. 2, 1, and transition. Good. Burpees or holding that plank. Stepping it back, stepping it up, reaching to overhead if you're choosing for those burpees. This is our 3rd of 5 total rounds. Just like in those good mornings, fire those glutes if you're pulling yourself tall. And 2, 1, come up out of that plank if you'd like, and then we're back down when you're ready for the mountain climbers. Knees towards the same side elbow. Very nice. If you hold that plank the whole time, it ends up being a full minute. So be gracious with yourself if it's challenging, because that is challenging. Fantastic. Almost there. 2, 1, and making your way to your feet. Side steps or jump jacks. Wonderful, everyone. We're over halfway. If you need a break, take it. If you're feeling good, we've got 2 more full rounds left, starting round 4 here in 10 seconds. All right, beautiful job. If you're gonna add a little bit of weight, go ahead and grab that now. Toes straight ahead, slight bend in those knees. Here we go, bowing forward, standing tall. Nice, Jean. Breathe in to bow. Exhale to stand tall. Over and up. Fantastic. Over and up. Just be impatient. 2, 1, and transition. Burpees are that plank hold. Remember, when you're supporting on your hands, wide handprint, like you're trying to outline a starfish. And then you're going to kind of actively grip those finger pads down, holding nice and strong. I'm just going to hold the plank here for a few. Breathing. Getting ready for those mountain climbers. You can come up off the arms if you want to break. And then 2, 1. Here we go for the mountain climbers. Utilize your lower abs. I promise we all have them. Some of them fire a little bit more than others. So that's what we're focused on. Using those abs to stabilize the spine, stabilize the hips, knees nice and tall. 2, 1, and up to your feet. Good job. Step jacks or jump jacks. Into round 4, everybody. One more round to go. Let's see if everyone feels up for joining us. Nice job. 15 seconds till we start that 5th and final round. Beautiful. All right, if you're going to be using any weight for your good mornings, go ahead and grab that now. Toes straight ahead, long spine, and here we go. Bow forward. And if you are pretty flexible in the back of the legs, don't go beyond 90 degrees. So no more than about 90 degrees. And then just keep your eye on those knees, slight bend. People that are pretty flexible tend to kind of lock those knees out. So keep a little bend in the joint. Maybe one more, 2, 1, and transition. Fantastic. Final plank or final set of burpees. Step back, step up. Alternate that step up leg if you're doing those burpees. Great job, Laura. You got it. Moving well. All right, getting ready for the final time on the mountain. 2, 1, and here we go. There you go. Good, Shirley. Knees up. Keep those arms nice and straight. Hips nice and square. Breathe. Fantastic. Couple more each leg. And then let's see if we can have everybody finish with us with those step jacks or jump jacks. Here we go. Back to your feet. And final 30 seconds, everyone. Woo! That probably either felt like a long 10 minutes or it goes fast, all relative. It goes fairly fast when you talk the whole time. Almost done. Nice job. In 3, 2, 1, and fantastic. Give yourself a round of applause. Whatever you did, it's better than nothing. If you got water nearby, let's grab some water, and then we're gonna take a seat in the chair for some cool down stretches. Anyone that knows them from the floor, you're welcome to take it to the floor if you prefer. Nice job. All right, we're gonna do our seated twist. So sit tall. You can take the hand to the opposite thigh. Other hand's gonna come up on the shoulder. And now I'm just using this hand to pull myself around. And now we're gonna pivot this elbow up and back approximately 10 times. Turn your head as well. So it's gonna encourage some rotation into the spine as you turn your gaze, looking over that shoulder. And continue to take some nice deep breaths here. You wanna bring that heart rate back down. And relax. Good job. Come to the center. Before we switch sides, place your feet a little bit wider. If you're on your back, pull your knees into your chest. If you're here with me, slide the hands down the legs. Stay strong in your belly and just kind of drop your head towards your chest, reaching down towards the floor. Just a gentle stretch on the back. Use your guidance. And when you're ready, come back up. And then now we're going to twist to the opposite side. So again, lengthen, hand to the opposite thigh, hand to the same side shoulder. Peer over that shoulder and pivot around. Encouraging that shoulder blade up and back. Try to feel it move along the rib cage. A lot of times our shoulder blade gets kind of stuck and it doesn't slide along that rib cage like we need it to. And it kind of gives us fits. So we don't want to try to avoid all those kinds of things. Fantastic. Go ahead and relax back forward. All right, sitting tall. See how well you can reach your arm up to overhead. Pull that chin in so you're as tall as you can here. Bend the elbow. And then if you can, reach up to your body, grab that elbow. Have your feet nice and stable here, and you're just going to lengthen to the side. Breathe in and bend. Breathe in and bend. Couple more. Fantastic. Last one. And relax. Good job. Drop those arms down and then roll the shoulders this time up and back. Got a little bit of grind in there. Everything's kind of weak, moving around. And then tricep stretch, other arm. Reach up, stack the shoulders over the hips, bend. And here we go. Bend to the side. Breathe and lengthen. And lengthen. Very nice. All right, we're going to come back to your feet. If you need to grab a towel or a band or anything, we're going to go behind the back stretch next. If you can interlace the hands, that's perfect. Feel free to interlace the hands, or like I said, you could use a scarf or a band to grab on and extend. And you're just trying to pull those arms up and back to open through the chest. You can also place the feet wide if you want to add a little bit more forward fold. But if your back's like, I'm kind of good for the day, then just stay tall. Or if you're feeling good, bow forward and then lift those arms up over top. And always back to the breath. When you're ready, tuck the hips under, bring yourself back up tall. And relax down. Fantastic. Last one here, we're going to repeat that quad stretch. So stretching out those quads once more. Lift up out of the hip, grab the foot, and pull that heel up. Fantastic, everybody. So this will be our last guided stretch here today. Always feel free to listen to your body, add in a couple more things, or utilize what you learn here in class and what you notice in your body to do some stretches outside of the classes. Relax down, same thing other side. Lift up and hold. Grab that foot as well as you can. And breathe. Very good, and relax. All right. Fantastic job, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. Stay hydrated, stay active, stay well. Look forward to seeing you next time.